All of our morning rainfall was thankfully fairly uneventful. Had a few severe thunderstorm warnings, didn't really amount to much of anything, a couple of street flood advisories, and did get some decent soaking rain, such as up at Bogalusa, over 2 inches of rain. Then about a ½ inch of rain at Slidell, roughly the same at Kenner, 4/10 of an inch at Lakefront, a little less as you headed farther south. But we all got at least some rainfall early this morning, and thankfully it didn't last for very long. By the midday, early afternoon, rain was gone. That is all now pushing well off to our east. Another little area of activity developing up to our north. But for us tonight, tomorrow, we're staying clear and fairly quiet as we start kind of our big Jazz Fest weekend. The problems then arise on Saturday as we'll be watching another system start moving our way, trying to figure out the timing and placement of some of that rainfall, maybe looking a little more optimistic. This is one of our high resolution models. This is Saturday morning, increasing cloud cover, maybe some spotty showers certainly, but we're starting to see maybe some model trend and agreement with keeping the bulk of the rainfall offshore for most of the day, and maybe not getting into some rainfall until late in the evening. We'll talk more about our weekend forecast in just a moment. Beautiful outside right now. If you weren't up early enough for it, you kind of missed the rainfall, and then the sunshine started coming right back in, and that allowed us to warm up pretty quick. 82 degrees our temperature right now. Humidity, dew points are a little bit higher, but they will likely come down a bit during the night and into the day tomorrow. In fact, we got up to 85 degrees for an afternoon high. Morning lows were in the 60s and lower 70s both sides of the lake. It was a mild start right ahead of that front and the rainfall. Still in the upper 70s, low 80s at the moment, but humidity values should be dropping during the night. Not dramatically so, but we will see kind of a steady drop in humidity going up to tomorrow afternoon and evening. So a better feel to the day tomorrow with slightly less humid air. However, dry air warms more efficiently, so it'll still be a very warm and sunny day tomorrow. So just keep that in mind if you are headed out to Jazz Fest. Not really into the wind shift just yet, but that is coming. And once that wind shifts, we will start to see the drier air begin moving in. So the feature that brought us the stronger storms this morning is now pushing to the east. In fact, that's what's helping to create a little bit of severe weather to our north. And then we're watching the next upper disturbance kind of dive out of the Rockies. This is the feature that will bring in our rain chances for the weekend. Now, this upper model and the surface rainfall, or the rainfall forecast, is based on the GFS. GFS still keeping us under some rainfall early in the day, but note, it's also keeping maybe the bulk of the rainfall a little farther offshore with this upper disturbance. We're starting to see a little bit of a trend for maybe the heaviest rain during the day to stay offshore, and then we don't really get into the rain until maybe late evening. So that 70% chance of rain on Saturday may not be until later in the evening. Likely staying under mostly cloudy skies for Saturday, and then by Sunday, once this front moves on through, actually very pleasant weather is on the way. So we're waiting for our next upper feature to bring in the next chance of rain. Tomorrow, again, gorgeous, a lot of sunshine. As we start into the early morning hours, maybe late Friday, certainly early Saturday, we'll begin to see that increase in cloud cover. Note what this model does. With this little disturbance developing offshore, really keeping most of our rainfall to the east during the day, and we don't really see much in the way of rain until late in the evening on Saturday. If that is the case, then Saturday for most of the day would be relatively dry. So not bad if you're going out to Jazz Fest, and in fact, it'd be nice to keep a little bit of cloud cover around. You need the shade and might help to keep our temperatures out of the 80s. Sunday, though, looking beautiful. More sunshine, but less humid, and then we'll break out into mostly sunny skies with a gradual warming trend into all of next week.